Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bass-O-Matic 5000. If there's one thing that keeps me from catching fish, aside from my general lack of fishing skills, um, it's got to be my fishing rods getting tangled up. And I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you what I'm talking about. So here I've got, four fishing rods on here. I usually only have three, but I've got this nice rod saver strap here that I can secure the fishing rods in with, and that works fine for that. But once you get down here, once all the fishing rods kind of funnel in here, they all tend to get tangled up together. So here's what happens. When I go to pick up a fishing rod, they're all tangled into each other, especially down the line there. So I've been racking my brain trying to come up with a good idea on how I can have all these fishing rods sit in here somehow, separate but still compacted in here and not get tangled up. And here's just some of the stuff that I've been toying around with. At one point I was trying to figured maybe I could have them slide into these tubes somehow, and they would sit there. And, I was trying to come up with a way to connect it to the boat, and tried these rings to try to hold the tubes the way I want, and that didn't work. I've been to Home Depot a million times looking at every type of connector, ring, hook, whatever, you name it, trying to come up with an idea of what to do, where I can just have my fishing rods separated and pick them up and be able to go without having to untangle everything. So this is what I ultimately came up with. It's basically like a flat piece of wood that is. I was able to use the Tracker Versatrack system. You can see right here these bolts that stick out. They go into this sliding groove here as a way to secure this in place on the boat. So you can see, it's on there pretty good. And it's basically just, this is like a piece of 1x4 and this is a 1x2. And I just I used exterior screws and screwed it into this piece, and then right here with this hardware, it's secured to the Versatrack. So the best idea I could come up with, at least for now, was to buy these. These are 2x2 metal angles, and what I had to do was line them up in a way that I would have this is probably close to 3/4 of an inch in between each of them, and you can see they're screwed in here. They're kind of, some of them are on top of each other. So there's one set here and another set there, and it's it creates these channels. So it's high enough up that even if the fishing rods sit up a little bit, they're still going to be secured in there. And since I have two of them, it'll better help to keep them, the fishing rods, separated. So I guess what I'll do now is let me go ahead and start inserting my fishing rods in here. So you can see what I do is basically, when I'm going to set down a fishing rod, I just make sure that it goes in between those two channels, and then set it down up here. So there's one. I only have three out here because I usually only fish with 3 fishing rods. That fourth one earlier was one that I don't use because it's a crappy failing reel. So then I can set down number 2. And this up here is still the challenge, trying to get these fishing rods to sit together in here. But you can see, I did an okay job so far with these two. And they run into these channels, and they're not going to get caught up in each other and get tangled up like they would before. And then the spinning reel That's the biggest challenge, just because of the way the reel is. It sticks out and it gets bunched up here. But with this one, I can even I can move it over one, and kind of set it here. I can just scoot it forward a little bit more so it doesn't get caught up in these three as much. So now you can see right here I've got, you know, 1, 2. Now let me redo this one. Spinning one's a little bit more of a challenge because it's got an eyelet on it. Okay, in any event, so I got 1, 2, 3, and now here they are sitting up here, and you know, if I wanted to, I could strap them in. So, you know, it's an okay system, I guess. So now if I need, you know, a fishing rod, I can just go ahead and, you know, if I want this bait caster, I'm on the boat, I can just go ahead and lift it up and get it out, and it's not gonna get caught up in the other fishing rods. And then when I'm done with it, I can just slide it in there and set it back down here, you know, and I can go pick up the other fishing rod when I'm done with it, set it back in, and so on. So yeah, so that's my fancy rigged up fishing rod separator thing, at least for now, until I come up with a better idea. So we'll see how it works. Used it once yesterday, and you know, so far so good. Doesn't always work perfectly, but it works pretty well. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.